Hi, welcome to my channel. This is the Felin Girl Talk. I'm going to share with you 6 reasons why says you must not force him to marry you. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, click on the notification bell so you're the first to watch all my new videos. This girl talk is to help you find the right love of your life so you grow happy with the person you love. 6 reasons why you must not force him to marry you. And since I so understand that you want him to be your husband, you can't wait to be his wife, your whole world, your whole life revolves around him, you want to live the rest of your life with him, so you're doing all you could to get him to marry you. But how does he feel? Have you checked about his feelings? Does he feel the same way? Is he ready to marry you, or does he love you enough to marry you? Says if you find out that he's not ready to marry you, or he doesn't love you enough to marry you, let him go. Don't force him to marry you, because if you force him to marry you, number one, he's gonna cheat on you. So he will marry you, put you at home, and go out there chase other girls. Okay, he will move from one girl to the other because he doesn't care about his marriage, he doesn't care about his wife, he wasn't ready to marry in the first place. So what is it? Okay, and if you find out and try talking to him about it, he will tell you that please don't disturb me, don't interrupt in my life, because I didn't want to marry you in the first place. I wasn't ready for any marriage. You forced me, so allow me to live my life. Don't disturb me, don't bother me. That is going to be his answer for you. Okay, sis? And that would be so bad for you. That would be bad experience and situation you will find yourself in. You wouldn't want to go through that stress. So sis, don't force him to marry you in the first place. Just let him go if he's not ready to marry, because he's going to be outside, always sleeping with one girl or the other, and he wouldn't be at home. Okay, he will not come home. He's always outside. He's always outside there, chasing girls here and there and all that. That's going to be your situation if you force him to marry you. He's always going to cheat on you for the rest of your life in that marriage. Point number 2, he will not respect you. So your husband will marry you, put you at home, be in the same room with you, be in the same house with you, and he will never respect you. Which means that whatever the plans, maybe whatever he plans doing, he will not discuss it with you. He will talk to you anyhow. He will treat you anyhow. He will not take you public. He will talk to you anyhow in front of his friends, because he doesn't value you. He doesn't see you. He doesn't love you. The thing is, he wasn't ready to marry you in the first place, so he doesn't care about you. Whatever situation he puts you in, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about your feelings or what you think, because he wasn't ready for you at all. You force yourself on him, so he will treat you anyhow he wants. Says don't force, never force any guy to marry, because marriage is a whole journey. It's a long journey. You can't afford having a stressful marriage, or having a horrible marriage for the rest of your life. So if he's not prepared to marry you, don't force him. Don't force him. He might not even be the right person God wants for you. He might not be in God's plan for you. Okay, so don't force him to marry you if he's not ready for you, because if you do, he will never respect you in that marriage. Point number 3, he's not going to love you. Yes. He won't love you, and that would be very sad, because your husband wouldn't see you, and which means that he will not even eat your food. He will not touch you, not sleep in the same room with you. You'll be in the same house, but he'll be giving you attitude. If you talk to him, he wouldn't respond, because he hates you. He doesn't love you. Your presence pisses him off. Your presence scares him. Your presence bores him. Okay, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't find any happiness around you. He doesn't find any excitement in you, so he's always outside. Okay, he doesn't love you, which means that he won't be at home. He won't stay at home because he doesn't want to be with you. Okay, and he will not sleep in the same room with you, which means that he's not going to sleep with you, and that would be so bad. That would be too horrible for you. Says you can't bear that. There's so many people in marriage, and because they can't stand each other, they sleep in separate rooms. You don't want that to be your own situation. So says don't force him to marry you. If he's not ready for you, let him go. Just let him go. He might not be the right person for you. Okay, he might not be the right person for you, and if you go on marrying him, says if you force him to marry you, you will never find happiness, and your whole life is going to be miserable. Okay, in that marriage, you feel horrible, and it will be so sad. If you don't take care, you're going to die early. Yeah, because it's going to treat you so bad. You always be depressed, and you'll be sad and all that, and it's going to take you to other level of life. That's very simple. Point number 4, okay, you will not be happy. you will not be happy. Okay, that is very, very clear, and it's very simple. You never find happiness in that marriage, because imagine your husband is cheating on you. He doesn't respect you, he doesn't love you, he talks to you anyhow, he treats you anyhow, he doesn't sleep with you, he doesn't talk to you, he doesn't seek for your opinion in that marriage. Are you going to find happiness in that marriage? You will never find happiness in that marriage. Okay, sis, so don't go through that stress. Don't force any guy to get married to you. If it happens that way, it will be like he's it will be too pity for you. Okay, it's like you don't want anybody to pity you, you don't want your husband to pity you. It will be like he's marrying you because he want to do you a favor. You just want him to marry you, so you grant you that wish you want, marry you, put you at home, and be treating you anyhow. Okay, that wouldn't be nice. So says, don't go through that stress. You will never find that you will never find happiness in that marriage, because that guy he doesn't care about how he treats you, he doesn't care about how you're feeling, because he wasn't ready for you. You were not in his plans. Okay, I told you before that people marry for so many reasons. Okay, he might love you to be dating, he might love to date you, he might love to do a whole lot of things with you, but he might not be ready to marry you. He might not love you enough to marry you. And if you see that, don't force him, because that will be too horrible for you, that will be too stressful for you, and you will not find happiness in that marriage. Point number 5, he might not be the right guy for you. Okay, he doesn't love you, and he's not ready to marry you because he's not the right guy God wants for you. He might not be the right person God has prepared for you, or he might not be the right person God has planned for you. Okay, don't work for God. Don't try to work for God. Allow God to choose the right person for you. Allow God to do his own work. Have patience. Okay, if you feel like, oh, I'm growing, so I need to get myself a man, I need to get him to marry you, say it's going to be horrible for you. Okay, don't pressure anybody to go through that thing with you or to marry you. Allow God to have his own way, because that guy you forcing to marry you, that guy you think you so much in love with, might not be the right man for you. So you get married to him and realize that, gosh, he's not the one I even want. He's not the one I even wanted. Okay, he isn't the guy I wanted to marry in the first place. That is what, because you realize that he isn't the one for you. He's not. You thought you loved him so much, but now you realize you don't love him at all. That is it. He might not be the right person for you. So if he's not ready to marry you, let him go. Have you thought about it? Why is he not feeling the same way you're feeling? Why is it that the love you have for him, he doesn't have the same thing for you? Because he's not the right thing for you. He's not the right guy for you. He's not the right person who is supposed to marry you. That is why the feeling is not mutual. He's not feeling the way you're feeling, because he's not the right person for you. If you find out that he's not ready, it means that he is not the right person for you. If he doesn't love you enough to marry you, it means that he's not the right person for you. So you have to let him go and move on with your life. Don't feel bad, don't feel sad, because if you keep on staying in that relationship, forcing him to get married to you, says, I tell you, you're gonna be through hell for the rest of your life. Okay, this guy is gonna treat you anyhow, he's gonna talk to you anyhow. It's going to be like he's the one doing you a favor. He's even not going to take proper care of you. He will not give you what you want. He will not take good care of you and all that. Says it's going to be very horrible for you. It's going to be a bad experience. Don't get yourself into such a situation. Okay, so point number 6, which is the last point, there's going to be a divorce. That's it. Because both of you are not comfortable with each other, both of you are not happy with each other. There's always problem at home. He's feeling bad around you, he's cheating on you, he's treating you anyhow, and you are so sad, you're so depressed in that marriage. So that your only option will be like, you have to seek for divorce, or he will just divorce you. That is it. And says, so at the end of the day, the one person that you had wanted to spend the rest of your life with, the person that you spent your whole time, forcing him to get married to you, the person that you thought it's your whole world, finally divorces you, or finally you seek divorce from him, or finally you are going to divorce him. How would you feel then? How would the feeling be? It's going to be some way. So don't go through that stress. You can't bear that stress. Okay, you can't go through that stressful moment. You can't imagine getting married and getting divorced, that what people will talk and what people will say about you, and how people are going to talk about it and all that. Says you are not going to find happiness, and you have to, the thing is, you have to seek for divorce, because that will be the only option, and your life is going to be so miserable. Okay, so the thing is, he's not coming home. Before you even find out he had planned marriage with someone else and all that. If you find out that way, you will have no option than to leave. Okay, than to divorce him, or do what will bring you happiness. That's it. So finally he's going to divorce you, or you are going to seek for divorce. That is very bad. So says, I tell you, people love for so many reasons. You should know why your partner loves you. If you're dating him, says, make sure he loves you enough to get married to you, or make sure he's ready to marry you. If he's not ready, it's better you wait. You can wait till the time he's ready. Or if you think that he doesn't love you enough to marry you, says, leave him and move on with your life, and don't feel bad about it, because he might not be the one. He might not bring you happiness in this life. Wait for God's time, because God is going to send into your life someone who treats you like a queen, someone who appreciates your life, who provide all you need to you, someone who cherish you, who value you, someone who love you that much and make you feel happy in that marriage. I said that marriage is not about the wedding day. Marriage is not about a day, at that wedding day that you're going to have. Marriage is a long journey, says, and you can go through horrible times in that long journey. Okay, so make sure he is the one for you, and so you are going to, do the right thing. You are going to make sure he's the right for you, and if he's not the right for you, you're going to leave him, move on with your life, and you feel bad about it, because he might not be God's plans for you. He might not be the one God wants for you. If you're new to my channel, says, make sure you subscribe, click on the notification bell, so you're the first to watch all my new videos. I tell you, says, don't force him to marry, because reason 1 is he will cheat on you. 2, he will not respect you. 3, he will not love you. 4, you will not find happiness in that marriage. 5, he might not be the right guy or right man God wants for you. And 6, finally, he's going to divorce you, or you're going to seek for divorce, because there is no happiness, there's no joy in that marriage. Bye bye.